What's up, you guys? Back on with Los Legends of King Los. How you guys doing? Just kind of wanted to tune back in with you guys. Had to take a little bit of a break. I had one of my brothers. He's really sick. I think I mentioned that before. Um, he's uh, he's fighting stage 4 brain cancer, and he was having a really hard time yesterday. He I had gone over there to go and pick him up to take him to the hospital, and he had fallen down, so I had to pick him up and get him in his wheelchair and then get him into my other brother's truck. Um, had to get him to TMC, and he's doing better now, but he's just really having a hard time with everything that's going on. We all are. We're all in prayer for him and everything. Um, so um, that's why I kind of been kind of lagging on the videos a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Uh, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys again, and hopefully everybody's doing well. Um, I went to go and pick up my certificate yesterday from ARC and see, just get it and see how everybody's doing over there. The people that I did see there, they're doing good. That's good. I'm always glad to see people in recovery and see them doing well for themselves. It's it's a good thing to see them doing better and maintaining themselves, maintaining their sobriety, and being strong about it, and making the right decisions about it. So um, yeah. But I kind of wanted to just see um how a couple of the other people were doing and how everything's going for them, and everybody seems to be doing really good, and that's what I'm working towards too, and um that's what I'm trying to just get everybody to work towards is having a better future, having a better life, sober life, and in recovery. And I'm not gonna say that it's not easy to do. It's not something easy. It's really hard. It's a mind thing. It's a body thing too, because I know that a lot of people go through sickness, and they go through the mental part, and a lot of the people go through, just being homeless and all that, and it's a struggle, man. It's a real big struggle for everybody to get through. It's nothing to joke about. It's nothing to belittle, or just say, hey, oh, this is so easy, or this is just never easy. I know that when I was going through my alcohol addiction, I was waking up every day. Um, really shaky in the mornings, and I had to be at the store, really early in the morning to go and get alcohol, and I was sitting there just doing stupid things, man. I was driving drunk, and um, just being in just a very irresponsible person. Um, if I didn't get my alcohol in the morning, then I was just shaky and sick and in a bad mood throughout the whole day. And once I started drinking, then I had to keep drinking. I had to show up to work drunk and be around my family drunk, and just being just not me. Um, it was really hard. It was really time consuming. It's a very expensive habit. Any kind of habit is an expensive habit, and it's just hard to get past something like that. Once you've already gotten yourself deep into it, and it's real hard to let go of that. Smoking weed too. Like, I was always smoking weed. There wasn't a time in my life in the past, I want to say almost 30 years, that you didn't see me without a joint or without a blunt or without some kind of weed in my pocket, or in my smoking like a blunt in my mouth or joint in my mouth or something. Um, Cigarettes too. Cigarettes is one of the hardest things to let go of. It's really, really hard. finally quit smoking again, and it's just it's a rough road to really go down. It's a lonely road because nobody is there with you. You know, it's just you. Um, People try to help you out sometimes, and it's hard for them too because they're tired of seeing you um, take yourself apart. It's tired. It's hard for them to see you falling apart the way that you fall apart whenever you're using or whenever you're deep in your addiction or anything like that. When you love someone and they're in addiction, um, and you watch them go from a healthy person to deteriorating to just really skinny or sick all the time, or you see their mood change, you see their everything change. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see that. And I I know that my family see me, deteriorate. They see me go from who I was to what I was, and I was about 130 pounds, soaking wet, sick on the side of the road, just wondering what my next step was gonna be. It was really rough, and I've seen a lot of people. Like I said, I've told you guys this before. I've seen a lot of people on the streets that just, man, they really, they're deep in the struggle. They're deep into what they do, and I understand the struggle. I've seen a lot of my partners just deteriorate in front of my eyes. Go from being big and healthy and strong to just skinny and weak and addicted, and it's a really hard thing to watch. Um, I was over there on Grant I-10 for a long time, and um, a lot of the people that were there, um, they're all gone now. It seems like everybody's gone from there. And they did a lot of big sweeps, and um, from what I heard the last time from anybody was that they uh, they had gone through there, and TPD was going through there, and they had the highway patrol even going through there, and it was getting so deep that they had patrols going up and down, up and down, up and down. We're always riding bikes through there, and and just doing what we did. And I mean, it was just a hustle and the struggle, being homeless and um, not having a place to stay, or trying to break into hotel rooms to try to go to sleep, or something, or hoping that somebody that we knew had a room so that we could go and crash for the night. um, my partner Chevy was out there, my homie Nomad, my boy Bentley, my boy Youngster. um, they were all out there. My boy Jojo, Awax, all of us, we were just out there, and um, struggling. My homie Cowboy, there's a couple of cowboys that I know out there that they were just, they were trying to do their own thing too, and a lot of it was just falling apart for all of us, and it was really rough. It was hard for us to get through all that, because we're either getting chased by the cops or harassed by the cops, or or something, and at the time is really annoying because we didn't have um, we didn't have another way to just live life, So we were out there, doing what we did and getting high, meth, weed. They were, doing their thing. Um, a lot of people were smoking fatty powder and messing with the fentanyl pills and all that, man. And my main thing was just smoking weed, and I was messing with meth too. It was really really hard. I knew a lot of people though, and like everywhere I went, they were very welcoming. And like I said, there was people out there that had nothing, and they took me in. They fed me and they helped me out. And I would pay my way with either drugs or with money or with whatever I had. To give. And um, so I thank God that those people were out there. There was a couple, Mike and Steph. I really, really miss them. I really think about them a lot, and they were my some of my best friends that I ever had. There's a lot of people out there that I miss. I really do miss, and it's not that I don't want to see them again. It's just that I don't want to see them in addiction, and I don't want to see them sick, and I don't want to see them struggling and just going through the things that we went through. So I see some people sometimes when, I'm on my way to the probation office, or when I'm on my way to go and do something. Like, I see people that I've known, um, and they're still out there struggling, and I wish that I could help them. And maybe once I get off of, IPS, and then I get off of probation, and, I get um, a little bit more, leg room to go and do something. Maybe I can help them out and try to get them into a rehab, or something. Maybe help them out and get their health insurance, or something, maybe something, I don't know. But that's gonna be one of my main focuses, is trying to get everybody off the streets, and um, trying to get the streets of Tucson cleaned up, and get this place to where we all know that it can be. I know that it's already, up there, and it's a great place to be. If it is what you make it. It is whatever you make it, no matter what. And, I've noticed that once I started putting good vibes and positive vibes and, good energy out there, that everything just started changing. Um, so yeah, I wanted to just touch base with you guys, and let you guys kind of know what was going on. Um, Hopefully gonna have a couple of people call in here pretty soon. I've had a couple of people call in, and they hit me up on text too, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Los? How you doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we do everything good. I mean, everything's great, thank God." I had a couple of people ask me some crazy questions too, like, "Hey, Los, I just got a new puppy. What should I name him?" I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have dogs too, but maybe uh, depends on what kind of puppy it is. I don't know. It could, yeah, anything. It doesn't really matter. Like, maybe name him after your favorite Avenger, or superhero, or Terminator. So it's, after one of Sylvester Stallone's characters, or something like that. I don't know really. You know what I mean? Like, you can name him after anything. Um, I had some other people hit me up, and they were like, "Hey, I just had they sent me a text message, like, I just had a bad breakup. What should I do?" Honestly, if it was me, I would just stay to myself, right? Like, as of right now, don't try to go right on the rebound and jump to someone else, because that could just end in a bigger disaster. Take some time out for yourself, and just, relax, and try to find yourself again. And yeah, you're gonna go through pain. You're gonna go through a lot of different things, and emotions, and just, some struggles, and everything that comes with, a breakup is just bad. Um, but just take the time to realize how amazing you are, and regardless of what happened, just try your best to forgive that person, or if they have to forgive you, whatever happened. I don't know if I think they said that they had cheated on somebody. So I mean, that comes with a lot of guilt too. It comes with a lot of bad feelings, like anger towards yourself and all that. But just remember that everybody makes mistakes. I've made horrible mistakes in my life, and I wish that I could go back, but nobody can go back. But all you can do is try to make it better. All you can do is try to just, regardless of what you think, things happen for a reason. And maybe you don't see the big picture right now, but it could be a blessing in disguise, because you don't know, what was going to happen. Maybe God's protecting you, or protecting them, or protecting both of y'all. So yeah, just do your best to try to just realize that everybody makes mistakes, and some are most mistakes are forgivable. Maybe some people can't work through it. Maybe some people can't let go. Some people just can't get past some things. And like, I was one of those people. I just, I couldn't get past things. I would just keep on, dwelling on it, dwelling on it, dwelling on it. But the more you do that, the more you're gonna see that it's not worth it. It's not worth the 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 sadness, and the stress, and the just anguish, and all that you go through whenever, something like that happens. And just remember that it wasn't that person that, made you do that. It was just yourself. You got to take responsibility, be a man or a woman, or, be grown up, be an adult about what happened or what you did. And know that you know, me, I took it a whole different way. And I'm not going to tell everybody, oh, it's going to be easy, you know, and it's going to be simple. And it's not, you know, it's a really hard road to go down. It's a really stressful road. It's a very painful road you to go down, you know, but I mean, you're going to get through it. You're stronger than that. And just remember that. All right. Um, so just, you know, hit me up again or whatever, you know, let me know how you guys are doing and how everything's going and what you named your dog, you know. um, everything's gonna be okay. Just keep praying to whatever higher power you think suits you and works for you. You know, whatever blessings you have, then more power to you. You know what I mean? If you don't have a higher power, then just try to meditate in yourself. You know, try to meditate on what you got to do and how you're gonna do it, and everything's gonna be all right. Just keep it real, keep it, you know, keep it light, keep it right. Just keep it, you know, just keep it 100. You feel me? Just do the best you can. Um, you guys can always hit me up on my Gmail, email, you know what I mean? Hit me up whenever. Um, and I'm more than happy to help with anything that you guys are going through. I'm more than happy to give you the best advice I possibly can. And I'm not going to steer nobody wrong. You feel me? I'm going to do the best I can because I don't want nobody making the mistakes that I made. I don't want nobody going to prison. I don't want nobody going to jail. I don't want nobody getting hurt. I don't want nobody, nothing like that. I just want to have peace and love. You know what I mean? So with that being said, hopefully, I'll make another video really soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button and subscribe, please. Thank you for watching King Los on Los Legends 44, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.